Hey, Reviews and Done. Who's giving you a dose this week?
What's going on, folks? Once again, it's your favorite interviewer, Mr. Derek Dunn, of Reviews and Dunn. And today is kind of a bucket list for me. As you all know, I've been trying to get into TIFF for the longest time. And while I was approved to cover TIFF this year, unfortunately, due to some reasons I'm gonna go into, I'm not able to attend it on the ground. However, I was fortunate enough to be able to talk to a up and coming director about one of his films that's going to be premiering at TIFF, and that's Mr. Blake Winston Rice with his short disc. So I want to thank him for being the first one to talk to me who's actually at TIFF. It's a milestone moment for me, and hopefully when he makes it at the Oscars, he's going to remember the little guys like me. So how are you doing today, sir?
You're going to be with me. You're going to be with me there, obviously. I'm great. Thanks for having me on, Derek. This is awesome. You are the first person I've talked to cover disc. So we're checking all the first off the box.
Very cool. So it's the first time for both of us.
Yeah.
All right, so the press kit it describes this as a story of hookup gone too far up. So what drew you to telling a story about the fragile connections that can form in unexpected, intimate situations?
It started as the lead, an incredibly talented actor, Victoria Radermanis. She came to me first with the project and with a script to do it, and then we kind of jammed together on that story. We loved talking about the themes of connection in there, and kind of packaging that into a really short project and seeing how quickly one insane scenario can change two characters. That's what kind of drew us to the project. And luckily enough, we were able to have Victoria and Jim come on and kind of dive into these roles fearlessly. And um, super grateful for TIFF for giving us a chance to screen it in front of everybody.
So one of the things that I found about the film was that there's a even mix between the comedy and the drama. So tonally, how hard was it for you to get that right?
Dude, tone is one of the biggest things to kind of chase and find and kind of stick to when you're crafting something. This tone is super, super specific. It's like we wanted to definitely layer in a lot of comedy in there, but the story gets super perilous or dramatic at times, and the tension definitely spikes a bunch. So landing in that tone is kind of like you're using all your facilities of filmmaking to make sure that sticks. Not only just performances, not only just the cinematography, but the pacing of the edit, and then really specifically the score kind of helps lean our tone as well. And we had a great composer on board, first time composer, but a definitely well established artist, an incredibly talented dude named Kevin Garrett, who's now a good buddy. And he made this all a cappella, his and her female vocal score. And I think it's one of those things that really helps stick the tone of this piece.
So you mentioned tone, and that was a great answer. So I think for me, as a cinephile and just as a critic, I mean, I think tone is always hard to nail, especially when you're trying to do too much
Hmm.
as a filmmaker. So I mean, I commend anybody that can get it right because a lot of times, filmmakers will just take a genre, another genre, and it's like they throw it in a blender, but the mix just
I've
doesn't
done
come
I've
out
done that.
doesn't
Trust me,
doesn't come
I've
out
done that.
right.
You got to learn.
Yeah, I mean, and it's nothing wrong with like, combining, styles. Just I think there's an art to actually combining genres and you have to nail it just right because I think what I've found is as a viewer is that a lot of times they'll go one way and then all right, this is cool, and then they go somewhere else, and it just
Hmm.
gets kind of lost with it. I mean, I think the person that really nailed it the best growing up, just showing my age, it was probably what Kevin Williamson, how he did Scream, the first one, how he was able to
Hmm.
juggle murder mystery, the horror, and the comedy, but it all, flowed together organically and naturally.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I don't feel like I make stuff for genre yet. Like it just kind of, I write for what I think fits the story, or direct for what I think fits the story. And it's hopefully always checking different boxes that, this feels a little thriller moment. This feels really comedic. This feels really romantic and heartfelt. And kind of the more boxes you can check, at least personally, is what I'm into right now. And kind of what we put, kind of what I fit disc into. I mean, I'll ask you what category or what genre would you put Disc in?
Comedic drama. Without going into spoilers for those who haven't seen it yet, it's actually something that I could see actually happening in real life, especially when you factor in how dating is in 2025. And a lot of times, if you have a hookup, even though I'm a married man, it's like you have a hookup, but like you're rushing the next day, like, yo, can you get out of my, get out of my space? I have things I have to do, but then something happens and you still have to spend time with this person, the next day, but you're like, really, like, yo, it was one night. Now I have to have you back in my space the next day. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a comedic drama. I enjoyed it. And the review was coming, but yeah.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'd put it in that. I asked you because I never really know. I never really like. Sometimes when you submit to festivals, you have to check or decide or kind of categorize the film, but I couldn't honestly. I couldn't tell you. I'm kind of pumped to hear what other people think about it or what kind of box they would fit it into.
All right, so your background, you were an actor and a comedian before going into filmmaking. And I think one thing that I've always said about comedy for me, just as a spectator, and then as someone that's studied comedy, the simplest thing can be funny if you have the right delivery. Like, I mean, it could be something simple as um saying like a cheeseburger, but I mean, if the setup is right and like the tone comes across with the right delivery, like, you'll just bust the gut laughing.
Hmm.
So for you, how did your background kind of influence the way you directed this short film?
I think, I mean, I was acting and doing stand up. I studied film first, but I couldn't get didn't have directing opportunities for a while, and acting just felt like an easier way on the set. Um, but the having experience in front of the camera and having experience on stage, comedically, I mean, it helps with timing, it helps with comedic taste for sure. But the biggest thing is probably just talking to actors and working with actors and being able to understand or at least have a little bit more of a glimpse onto what their experience on the day is and how their prep's been going and kind of how comfortable they are and like where they are in their day and their schedule and kind of being able to put yourself in their shoes to relate to them to then being able to like ask for more or connect with these characters deeper. That'd be kind of the biggest thing. And I think it's what, a testament to Jim and Tori especially is they were so open and like down for the risk of this project. Like never once were we questioning who, what, where, when, why on the day. It was more like, can we also get this? Can we also get this? And that goes into credit their ability, but also their prep and the work they've done in the past.
Very cool. All right, so my last question, as always, do like, got to kind of throw a doozy out there, put you on the
Let's
spot.
go.
So hypothetically, you have unlimited budget, can cast anyone that you want to. Studios are knocking and they want to expand Disc into a full-length feature. Who would you cast as your two leads?
Who would I cast as I'd cast Victoria and Jim. This is a trap question, by the way. Why would you ask me that? Because they're gonna hear this and be mad if I don't. No, I would totally cast both of them and put it right in there. Very cheesy saying, but they say casting is a huge portion of directing, and it is. It leads into everything. And if I had the opportunity to make a big feature of this, I don't know where we would go. I don't know if I can spoil more, but like if there's more stuff stuck, then we have problems. I'll leave it at that. And the feature would definitely turn into like a body horror situation. But I would bring back Jim and Victoria. They killed it. They crushed it. They're blast. I can't speak more highly to their work, and they'd be my top choice. If I couldn't take them, and I had to pick two other people, um, hmm, who's like Jim's age and who's like Tori's age? I'd probably get like Jennifer Lawrence and who's killing it right now that looks like Jim?
Maybe Austin Butler? Go against type somewhat.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'll go Austin Butler. Fine. Okay. And there's a third piece. You are now a producer on it. and you are involved in casting. All right. So you've secured the financing, but you have to lock in these casts. That's on you in the hypothetical.
Yes. All right. Well, I just got a caveat real quick. So when you said about, where else it could go, the fact that it's at a work conference for the weekend, I
Mhm.
fan fiction to me, I would lean to that whole thing with the same things going on in the exact same hotel, and then the MacGuffin is trying to figure out why it's happening to everybody in the hotel.
Ooh. Ooh, that's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah. It's like everyone is coming out of the room at the same time. That's a twist. I'm with
Yeah.
that.
All right, sir. Well, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to chop it up with me. Congratulations on your achievement at TIFF. And where can fans find you on social media? And is there anything you want to add?
Totally. You can check out Dis the Movie at disthemovie.com or at Dis the Movie on Instagram, and I'm Blake W. Rice on all social media. And check out Dis screening at Toronto. We'll be playing in the Shorts Program 1 on September 4th and on the 9th at 7:45 on the 4th and 10 p.m. on the 9th. I think that's all I got.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Take care.
Hey, what's up? This is Ludacris.
What's up, y'all? This is Nicki Minaj.
You're rocking with the best. It's Reviews and Done.